everybody, and welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, James. Along with, as always, his name is...
I'm Andy.
We welcome you to join us on this journey as we all become Legend of the Nerds. Afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
A little tired, a little sore, a little exhausted. Can't wait.
Loving that job, right?
Can't wait for those next 2 days off after today. It's the front desk part. Lately I've been working more front desk than night audit. And yesterday was my first time by myself for majority of my shift. I worked 4 to 11, and from 5 to 11 it was just me.
Mm-hmm.
So of course they're like, "Oh, everything will be fine. Everything's taken care of. You don't have many check-ins." Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Every time I'm left alone, that's when everything happens.
Of course.
So, I had people wanting to change their rooms. I had people literally calling every 2 seconds. This one lady, I had to show her multiple rooms. We even had someone call at 10:30 at night just to find out how much the giant pumpkin we had out front was, because guess the way of the pumpkin, win a free night stay.
Okay.
10:35 at night, calls up. I don't know where from. And just wants to know what the wait was. I'm like, it's 10:30 at night. I have half an hour to go trying to finish up my work. Call in the morning.
Go in the morning. So, we both work the same exact job, 2 different hotels. Do you prefer night audit or the day shift?
Night audit.
Yeah?
10 times. You could ask me 100 times, and I'm going to take it 100
See,
times.
I couldn't stand night audit.
I love night audit. It's peaceful. It's quiet.
See, for me, it's too quiet.
Oh, God.
See, I love that. At the hotel I used to work at, the shift I used to work was 3 to 11.
Okay.
So I loved that shift because it was a lot going on all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The time just went real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
so-
even right now, because we're in our short season during the winter, so it's very long and drawn out. Because
Right.
we don't have many people.
We get those Christmas vacations coming in next month, right?
Yeah, well, during the holidays, it's just for a couple days. It's not the whole
Right.
month. See, I enjoy the night audit. I stretch my workout. My coworker, Jeremy, the other night auditor, he does all his the last, couple hours. 5 o'clock, he'll print out all the papers, sort them all where they have to go. I'm not quite there. I still use my cheat sheet.
Oh, definitely.
But I like to stretch it out. So I do a little bit this hour, a little bit that hour, a little bit this hour. And then from 2 to 3, I have nothing to do because I got to wait for paperwork to come in through the machine and get printed out to me.
Right.
And so that's when I take my my dinner break.
There you go.
So,
Hotel life, you either love it or hate it, right?
yeah.
Got some wrestling news today, Andy?
Yeah, I will say, though, too, they did gift us, though. They gave us all gifts for Thanksgiving. We each got a turkey, so that's a plus, too.
Fantastic.
Maybe during Christmas I'll get a ham, too, a Christmas ham.
That'll be nice, right?
So, yeah. Hey, it saves me a trip to the store to find that one turkey.
Absolutely.
I don't have to fight everyone for a turkey, I should say. So, yes.
I was out fighting. You walk by, you can have it.
So, a little wrestling news you wanted?
Sure.
Little
What do we got?
wrestling news. So, unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to get the Bound for Glory results. I've seen them.
Oh, that's right. That was
But,
last week?
yeah, it was last weekend.
Okay.
Just off the top of my head, if I can remember, we had Gail Kim crown the new women's champion there. Mm-hmm. So hopefully she'll hold on to it throughout the rest of the year because she said she's retiring at the end of the year.
Okay.
Johnny Impact went up against Eli Drake for the world title. He lost. So I actually thought that would have changed hands by now. Hasn't. And LAX couldn't retain their tag team titles from OVE, Ohio versus Everyone. This is the tag team I told you. It reminds me of a young Hardy Boys.
Okay.
And then they had Lashley. Remember Lashley? He said he quit. Da-da-da-da. Well, the storyline's still going.
How is he still wrestling?
I don't know. He's still training MMA. But so the storyline was him versus this guy, Moose, inside a steel cage.
Moose?
Yeah, he's a former NFL linebacker.
Of course he is.
He's actually really good. He's like a 6'5", 6'8" guy, big guy, 300+ pounds.
Like a moose.
Yeah, can do a perfect missile drop kick off top rope. Very agile guy. He does suicide dives, everything. Reminds me of an Undertaker kind of thing. You know how Undertaker's very agile?
Yeah.
That's how it reminds me. So they have a steel cage match, and they each had like an MMA guy in there with them too. Mm-hmm. And Lashley won that match. So where does this go with Lashley? Because obviously we're still going with the whole character gimmick and the plot, but he hasn't been around because he has been training in Top America, I think is what it's called, for his MMA place. So who knows? We also had Abyss come back. He was playing the whole attorney guy.
He was doing a bunch of independent shows for a while, too.
Well, he came back. He had a Monsters Ball match at Bound for Glory, so typical Abyss match.
Yep.
And then there were some others, like, kind of matches.
Whatever.
So, but moving on to the big brand, WWE, we have Survivor Series coming in another week.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And so things are starting to heat up. We're trying to find out who's going to be added to each match.
Yep.
That's what the shows haven't been that great because it's just setting up who's going to be here, who's going to be there. Kind of
Right,
thing.
of course.
So we have Team Raw. 2 weeks ago, Stephanie McMahon returned, the commissioner of Raw. And she's all ticked off at Kurt Angle for having SmackDown go under siege on Raw, invading Raw and taking out everybody. Basically, she's mad too because, like she said, last year, Mick Foley, as the general manager, failed her at Survivor Series and SmackDown won Survivor Series, and she fired him for it. So because of what Kurt's done, letting SmackDown under siege them, if he loses at SmackDown, at Survivor Series to SmackDown, he's probably going to get the boot.
Okay.
So she says, to make sure things go well, you are added to that 5-on-5 men's team. He is the captain of Team Raw. So Kurt Angle is in Survivor Series as the
Wrestling
first
again.
Yeah, wrestling as the number one entrant. His team consists of Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, and his illegitimate son, Jason Jordan. So that is Team Raw plus Kurt Angle.
It's actually a pretty well-balanced team. A few heavyweights, some
Jason Jordan's good, but my thing is, I think this is playing into the plot that he's going to backstab Kurt somehow.
You think so?
I think so. Turn him heel.
Maybe.
We then have Team SmackDown. We already knew Randy Orton was part of it. He beat Sami Zayn.
Right.
We had the Kevin Owens versus Shinsuke Nakamura match. Whoever wins that, you were intrigued by this match.
Yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura wins that match.
Wow.
Yes. We then have... what was it? I told you Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler were going to have a 2 out of 3 falls count match.
Yeah.
That was for also a spot on the team. It was actually a very good match. Very good. Bobby Roode beats Dolph Ziggler.
Okay.
Shane McMahon announces he will be the captain of the team, so he is on the team now. So we're going to get that Kurt Shane
Of course.
head-to-head thing. And the last spot next week will be determined. It's still not... It was supposed to be AJ Styles this week. AJ Styles versus Rusev. Whoever wins is on the team. AJ, though, they changed it up. AJ got a world title shot against Jinder last week on SmackDown. So Rusev has no one to face. So he's facing Randy Orton, someone who's already on the team. If Rusev beats Randy, he's on the team. Thank God Randy Orton RKO'd him so hard, I think he knocked him already to Survivor Series. So we don't know who that fourth member is going to be. We also had the tag team titles on the line. It was the Usos for Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. Winner will face the Raw Tag Team Champions.
I mean, the Usos aren't facing New Day again?
No. Thank God. Unfortunately, Benjamin and Gable win the match, but by count out. Gable took out one of the Usos' knee on the outside of the ring.
Right.
And he couldn't get back up to get back in the ring. So right now it's still the Usos as champions. But what's this say into the storyline? A week into Survivor Series, are the Usos going to be even able to compete? Then we had the match, AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal. How do you think this match went? What do you think happened in this match? Out of every Jinder match we've seen for world titles, what usually happens?
Turns into a 3-on-1 handicap.
Exactly. So AJ hits the 450 splash. It was amazing. And what did the Singh brothers do? They pulled Jinder out of the ring. I'm like, are you serious? This is ridiculous. At every title match, they get involved. And then what happens is AJ goes to the outside of the ring, takes out the Singh brothers, jumps back in, and just like every Jinder match, Jinder gets him into the Colossus and hits it. So he hits AJ with the Colossus. 1, 2, AJ's foot on the bottom rope.
Nice.
We still have some life. The Singh brothers are out of it. AJ goes, finishes up. Jinder gets the phenomenal forearm, hits Jinder, and at Survivor Series, that match may be a little phenomenal now.
Yeah?
AJ beats Jinder Mahal. I start flipping out.
Good.
So excited. This match between Brock Lesnar and originally Jinder Mahal at Survivor Series, that was going to be the bathroom break. There's nothing intriguing about this match.
No.
But adding AJ, like I said, pun intended, the match got a little bit phenomenal.
Right.
So it's going to be now AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. Mm-hmm. Does this hype the match up a little bit better?
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm a little excited. I want to see AJ just go run through Brock,
Yeah.
but we'll see. So yeah, so we have that one spot left. Not quite sure where we're going with it. Are we going to leave it for a surprise at SmackDown on Survivor Series for SmackDown? Who knows? On Raw, I told you about the siege that SmackDown came and ran.
Yeah,
right through
of course.
there.
Yep.
Well, apparently they did it again this past week. New Day comes out. The main event is Cesaro and Sheamus get another tag team title shot against Dean and Seth Rollins. Amazing match, back and forth. Right before the match is about to end, all of a sudden New Day's music hits. And they come walking down through the audience. And they're talking about how we're going to under siege you again, and you're going to do nothing, just like last time, blah, 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 blah. Kurt brings, and it's just the New Day. It's no other SmackDown people. Kurt brings the whole roster out. He's like, Code Blue, Code Blue.
Code Blue.
And they come running out, and the New Day goes, Psych! You fell for it. Because it's Under Siege Part 2. Not. And as this is going on, there's still a match going on.
Yeah.
Sheamus rolls up Dean Ambrose, kicks him with the bro kick, rolls him up 1, 2, 3. So now we have new Raw Tag Team Champions to face the Usos at Survivor Series.
There we go.
So we have that. We also had some matches announced for this week coming up, the week before Survivor Series. We will have on SmackDown Sin Cara versus Baron Corbin for the U.S. title. Mm-hmm. Whoever wins that will face Miz. And we'll have Charlotte versus Natalya. Winner of that will face Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
And on Raw, Alicia Fox added more people to her team. She added Nia Jax, and you can't go wrong with Asuka.
Right.
So, do you see SmackDown pulling out a victory again as Survivor Series, or do you think Raw's going to take it?
Orton is the tipping scale there. Yeah. I don't know.
Does it really matter to you?
Not really.
It's Survivor Series.
It doesn't really matter.
No one really cares. Like I said, there's not really a match here for the Survivor Series card that stands out to me.
Yeah.
The only other thing is they're doing, for a storyline, with Braun coming back on Raw, he's now going after Miz and his Miztourage. Mm-hmm. So maybe Braun gets an IC title match somewhere down the road.
Maybe.
Who cares? It's Braun.
Exactly. Yep.
Like I said, wrestling really hasn't been anything that great this month.
I did hear a small rumor and a promo by Triple H saying he wants to face Jinder in India.
Oh.
I'm sure you saw that.
There was a tweet with Triple H, and I didn't get to see it.
Yeah.
So that might be it.
It was a video promo. He put it on Facebook, I think.
Does he really want to waste his time with that B-rated guy?
I don't know. But the fans asking for Triple H to
and
beat him up, so that's what is going to happen.
And I have to mention, what is it with Raw that people love invading for some reason?
Well, it's the flagship show.
Well, according to SmackDown, they're the A brand, and Raw is just the B brand.
Yeah, now.
According to the ratings, that's true. SmackDown's been the number one.
All right. Anything in sports you want to talk about?
God, no.
No?
God, no.
Well, all right, we'll move on then.
We've got multiple shows on this station to talk sports. Let them deal with it.
I know you like to talk about it too.
Yeah, but I haven't watched anything. I've been so busy. Right. That's the problem.
Nintendoverse, really the only game that I want to pick up since it just came out is Doom.
Really?
For Switch, yeah.
I did not realize they were redoing a Doom for the Switch.
Yeah, it's out on the Switch now. I saw a couple trailers. It looks really good.
Hopefully it is, because they've tried to redo Duke Nukem, and it wasn't.
Oh, that was a fail.
It wasn't a big success.
That was a fail, yeah.
Nothing beats the original on the PC.
Right. And I remember playing Doom on the PC a long time ago, and I may pick it up. I always liked Doom back in the day, so maybe it's something different here.
Well, don't forget, I told you that game too, the Fire Emblem game.
Yeah.
That looked very good too.
Fire Emblem is on my list of getting too.
I will mention I got to try Mario Odyssey.
Oh,
yeah. Try it on your Switch. And, I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was pretty neat.
It would have been better if you start off a brand new game.
Exactly. I was just continuing with yours.
Yeah.
Kicking some sheep, stuff like that. So
Which I finished for you.
yeah. Hey, I did the race, and I finished it on my second try.
Yeah.
So there we
Which
go.
is really good.
So I'll take that. It's a win right there.
Flareverse, Andy.
Little Flareverse.
We are 5 weeks in. What are your thoughts of the entire series, all of them so far?
Oh, God. It's 50-50. Supergirl, hopefully it picks up. I'm excited for this week's Supergirl with them going back to their hometown, and you're going to learn more of the origins of Supergirl growing up in this next episode. Yep. So I'm excited about that. Flash really hasn't done much for me. I'm loving Flash all the time.
Yep.
And so far this season really hasn't done it for me.
There's not much going on right now.
I was excited when we get into Flash about the new character addition.
Yep, we'll go into that.
Arrow, really I've loved all of it except the, I think it was episode 4 where Black Canary's just killing off random people.
Yeah.
That episode didn't do much.
That was kind of weird, right?
Yeah. Loved episode 5 with Slade's backstory with his son.
Yeah, that was cool, right?
Very good. Introducing the Jackals. And Legends of Tomorrow. I've actually enjoyed Legends. I mean,
have you enjoyed Legends more than the other ones? I kind of have.
It's neat with the whole Rip and his little group and Sarah and her group and all the time remnants and all that stuff. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed it.
Right now,
more.
if I had to go, it's going Arrow, Legends, Flash, Supergirl.
Yep, that's probably my list too.
Yeah. So.
But I mean, like, for me, Arrow's always gonna be on top of me,
no
matter what.
Well, except what was it, the Ra's al Ghul season?
It was still, I still enjoyed it though.
Okay.
I still enjoyed it.
Yeah. I still think Ra's al Ghul's still alive somehow.
Yeah, probably. So. Let's open up Flareverse with Supergirl. The only thing I want to talk about is the episode entitled Damages. Out of the 2 episodes we passed,
okay,
that was my favorite one. It reminded me a lot of a Smallville episode.
Now, is this the one with the cult for Kara?
No.
Okay, this is
the one where the pool water got infected with the lead-based stuff.
Morgan blames it on Lena.
Yep.
For when she had the lead bomb, but he actually poisoned these children himself.
Yeah.
How much of a scumbag do you have to be to poison children?
It's a scumbag thing, man.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like I said, it reminded me of a Smallville episode, so I really enjoyed it.
Because you get Kara in this episode. She doesn't really portray Supergirl in it.
No.
She does as herself, as a detective kind of thing, like Clark would do if he wasn't Superman.
That's the only thing I want to talk about Supergirl. That was my favorite episode of the week.
Yep.
Was that one right there.
I actually enjoyed the cult episode.
Okay.
Just because you learn a little bit more about Kryptonian history. Mm-hmm. And it goes all the way back to the first episode. That episode and the first episode coexist. Because the guy who is introducing this cult where they worship Supergirl, he was saved by her when she...
On the plane,
in the first episode. And you learn about this egg pod bomb thing that he's been hoarding. And when she puts a hole in the crust, Earth's crust, and Alex pushes the bomb into the hole, the explosion awakens one of the pod underwater.
Yeah.
So when we thought that pod might have been this new character, Rain, coming out, the mother who's running L Corp for Lena, I thought it was her who probably came from that. No, it's something else.
Right.
Which was just awakened from that bomb. And that thing is possessing... I think her name's, I forget her name, but the Rain, I'm going to call her, and showing her maybe her powers and what she is supposed to be doing.
Right.
We also saw in that episode, though, that you like, that she gets shot when someone's trying to kill Lena, and
She's bulletproof.
At the end of the episode, she notices she's bulletproof. So we're leaning up to. They already showed pictures of her in her suit, her alter ego Rain.
Right.
So we're leading up to that. I think we're going to get that pretty
Oh
soon.
yeah, Supergirl start off really slow, but they're slowly building momentum.
Yeah.
You know, so it's getting a little better every time.
You must be excited though. The whole Alex Danvers relationship with the other cop looks like it's
Yeah,
over.
I heard it's over because the actress that played the other cop, she actually asked to be dismissed from the show.
Oh, okay. I did not know
So
that.
yeah,
Okay, we'll see.
yep. She actually asked for her contract to be over so she'd leave.
Okay,
So
we'll see where it
that
goes
was a
from
quick
there.
story rewrite right there.
Yeah. Moving to Flash.
Let's go to Flash.
Yes. Best one, the introduction of Plastic Man.
No, it's not. I knew you were gonna go this. I love that you went this way.
Okay.
I love that you went this way. I thought you were gonna say Plastic Man because at first I did too, but then I was like, no. Plastic's name's actually Patrick O'Brien.
Okay, because Cisco gives him the name Plastic Man.
Yeah, he's like, nah, crap. That's crap.
Okay.
Remember how he said that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking at the elongated man.
Okay.
Elongated man is Ralphie Dibny.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. I didn't get to research any of the backstory yet, so that's
Yeah.
why.
Well, I had to look. I was like, yeah, we can do Plastic Man, but then I was like, Plastic Man's got black hair. Mm-hmm. Are they gonna make that kind of a mistake on the show? So I dug more into it, and the elongated man has the red hair.
All
It
right.
digged me. Yeah.
The other interesting thing that happened in this episode when we learn about Ralph Digby is Danny Trejo. I can't remember his last name.
Trejo,
was introduced into the Flareverse
As Gypsy's father.
As Gypsy's
It's
father.
Such a great scene.
It was. The second he popped in, I'm like, oh my God.
It was amazing.
And
yeah.
he's going to hunt down Cisco because he believes no one's right for his daughter. Usually they just kind of give you the cold shoulder. No, apparently on Universe 19 or wherever.
It's a hunt.
They hunt you down. So, great story there. He then goes out after Ralph because people who can stretch like that apparently destroyed his planet.
Right.
So, or the ecosystem or something like
Which
that.
is fantastic.
I think it was the coffee bean they destroyed or something like that. So that was awesome. Moving on to the other episode, I call it the Bachelorette Party episode.
Yeah, it's a bachelor party. Yeah.
This episode mainly, it wasn't even a Flash episode. It was a feminism kind of episode.
It was an Iris West episode.
Exactly. We did see, though, Flash finally drunk.
Yeah.
That was the funny part.
I love chicken wings.
You also get more backstory into Caitlin. What was she doing after they saved her from being a Killer Frost? And she was working for this person, Emunette, who is also a metahuman. She controls metal. That's why she carries around a little metal bucket. So you learn more about Caitlin tried to get away from everybody, and apparently when she goes Killer Frost, when she comes back as Caitlin, she can't remember anything. And did you get the Easter egg in this episode? The Marvel Easter egg I told you to watch.
In the Hulk episode?
The Hulk reference?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this a CW says, even though we're a DC show, we can mention Marvel and get away with it because we know we're more popular than the DC movies? Or what do you think this was?
I think it's just a random name drop.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because the second it happened, I'm like, I didn't have to rewind or anything. I'm like, holy crap, she just mentioned the Hulk. Marvel mention in a CW show. A DC show, I mean.
Right. It's weird, like, name drop stuff. Remember a couple episodes ago when Bruce Wayne's name was dropped?
When who?
Bruce Wayne's name was dropped by
Yes.
Oliver?
Yep.
That was actually Steve Amell's idea.
Okay.
It was supposed to be some other random rich guy's name, but Steve Amell was like, listen, we should drop Bruce Wayne's name here instead.
Makes more sense.
We should do that instead. Mm-hmm. I mean, for no other reason except for we should just do that.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't think it's going to mean that Bruce Wayne's going to show up. Steve Amell has stated in an interview that he would like to have Bruce Wayne in a season as, like, the kind of villain, but not, like, the big bad villain, but, like, the rich boy versus the rich boy kind of thing.
It would be neat because
know?
they did it in Supergirl, introducing Superman for a couple episodes also.
It'd be nice to see, not Batman, but Bruce Wayne only.
Yeah.
that I could go for.
Okay. Yeah. I know you're also hoping for the whole Nightwing thing to happen too.
Yes, I
You're-
mean, they dropped it on Arrow in season 2, I think.
How neat would it be where all of a sudden you see Nightwing, but with then tagging with Kid Flash and Arsenal?
And we could see that. Think about it. Kid Flash, Wally took off in Flash.
Yeah.
He took off. So we could see him and Nightwing team up.
Yeah, and like I said, Roy too as Arsenal.
Right.
He took off too.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is quite possible.
Start getting that Young Justice thing.
Well, how cool would that be, right?
Young Justice live action TV show. Amazing. So yeah, it was an Iris West and Killer Frost kind of episode. You learn more about Joe and his new little lady and their baby situation.
Yeah.
Do we see them actually having the baby or her losing it
I
at
was
their age?
thinking about that, and I lean towards losing it.
Yeah, same here. I'm kind of leaning towards that might happen. So we also have this. I call him Brainiac, but DeVoe or whatever is the other
Yes. Yep.
brain guy that created these new metahumans.
Find a name for him.
He did he kill the guy who his meta power is when he cries
He
it
didn't
becomes
kill
a
yet,
drug?
no.
He did something to him, so it's like
Yeah, he
I
didn't
don't
kill
know.
him yet, though. So.
I'm kind of intrigued where this is leading to. Is it a new Legion of Doom kind of thing, or is he getting a team ready of supervillain metahumans?
I have
And they're
no
weird.
idea.
They're weird metahuman powers.
All right, so his name is the Thinker.
The Thinker. It's a Brainiac. That's what
It's
it is.
gotta be.
It has to be a
It's
Brainiac.
gotta be.
But do you understand what I'm getting?
Yeah.
These powers, it feels like they're pulling them out of a hat kind of a thing. Guy cries drug tears. How does that
Yeah.
help you anyway on a supervillain team?
Right.
Or the girl who gives bad luck to other people. It's just weird.
It is a weird thing we're going with this. So
Yeah,
who knows
so-
what's going to happen? It's been kind of cool to see, though.
Yep. Legends. We had the going back to the 1980s as Ray Palmer as a child.
Yeah, okay, that
This is
episode,
the Return of the Dominators episode.
Yeah. Domino baby.
Apparently, Ray dies as a child somehow, and you see it's the government shoots him.
Yeah, he gets shot, yeah.
Yeah. And so they go back to a day before he dies, and you find out Ray, as a kid, had found a baby Dominator that was left on Earth, and he's raising it. The government, who was in the crossover episode with the Dominators, they return, the people that are trying to capture the Dominators, and they're trying to capture the baby. The mother Dominator returns. She's trying to get her baby back. They save Ray. They save the Dominators. Happy ending. Best part of this, out of the whole episode, was at the end where they're trick-or-treating. And the bullies are going to pick on Kid Ray again. And they're like, who are you? I'm dressed up as the Atom. Who's the Atom? And then Adult Ray shows up. And then the whole Legends and all their get-ups show up. I mean, that was a nice little Halloween touch. Hey, who do you want to dress up as from Legends for Halloween kind of thing? The main important episode, though, was the week after. They go to 1895 London, and Rip Hunter returns to the Legends. He recruits them. He needs their help, and apparently there's a time-traveling vampire everyone's after.
Oh, this was the important one, yeah. I'm surprised this episode wasn't the
Mid-season?
Mid-season finale.
The whole reason is everyone thinks there's a vampire out there because people in London have vampire bites on them. Coming to find out, it's not. It's a cult that is praising a guy named Mollusk, who Rip has mentioned in previous episodes.
Yeah.
That is the big bad that the Legends are going to be fighting, is Mollusk. So we finally get to hear Mollusk talk. And apparently it's not a vampire that's in the casket. Because it looks like vampire teeth, but it's just two needles that they get your blood DNA out of. It's actually Damien Dark, a dead Damien Dark in the casket that they're going to regenerate and bring back to life. And they eventually do. Rip wants to just kill everybody, not kill everybody off because he wants to talk to Mollusk. And Sarah wants to kill Damien Dark.
Yeah.
They don't get to. Damien returns, and you find out Mollusk is controlling this psychic lady. That's how he talks to everybody, and they get away at the end. But yeah, I mean, all of a sudden now, you realize there's this big bad you have to contest with over these time elements that you're trying to fix. I also thought it was neat in this episode, Sarah backstabbing Rip. Rip has time after time backstabbed the Legends.
Oh, yeah.
And she's learned from him now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she
I don't blame her one bit.
she just kind of kicked him to the curb and let the Time Bureau arrest him and everything. His own creation coming back to haunt him in both ways, the Legends and Time Bureau. Anything you want to add from this episode? Things you're expecting?
From both episodes, I've noticed from when Legend started to now, all the seasons, they keep adding people to the team, Like last season, they added Nate.
Yep.
Which was a good addition, right?
Well, they added Nate, I think, a season before. Last season, it was Maya. Vixen.
I think they both got added that
Maybe
season.
they both did, okay.
Yeah, both got added that
Okay.
season. Nate, and then, Maya, and now this new girl.
Yeah, from 2042.
Yeah.
She holds another
Another amulet.
pendant. Yeah.
I think she's only going to last one season, don't you?
I think so.
Because she's kind of annoying, right? Yeah, I'm not feeling her.
Yeah.
Like, Nate, I enjoy Nate's character.
Oh, Nate's
that guy's
hilarious.
great. That guy's great. But the entire show, all seasons, Rory's probably the best one out of all of them, right?
I'm still waiting for Hawk Girl to return.
Do you think she's going to return?
I hope so. I want to see that happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, season's been amazing.
It's been a really good season.
Yeah.
I'm a fear that there's too many characters being added.
Okay.
And to stay.
I'm intrigued by this whole
But then
Mollusk
again,
thing.
we're looking at Firestorm to break up, too.
Yeah,
If that happens.
I think it's going to.
Yeah.
I think Jax is going to form with someone else somehow.
Or maybe somehow find a way to form him himself. I'm not sure if that's even possible.
Maybe they find Robbie.
Ooh.
And Robbie and Jax
Robin
become,
from the past? Yeah.
and those two form to become Firestorm.
Huh. That'd be kind of cool, too, right?
Yes. But the big one, Arrow.
Arrow.
So
Arrow.
the whole first episode, the Laurel thing, she's killing people off because the guy that Felicity helped rescue from Argus for Helix is now trying to take over the world, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this whole big episode just gets to the point where he wants Felicity to take down this firewall. She ends up doing it, so now he can do whatever he wants. He gives Laurel a device where Curtis can't track her anymore.
Yep.
And I'd say the big thing out of this is Felicity finally figured out what to name the company. Her and Curtis's new company. Helix. Helix International.
Might as well.
And like the girl from Helix said, you've had the device that you should mass produce your whole life or your whole
The whole time. The whole time
and
you
it's
have.
the spinal implant.
Yeah.
So we're going with that.
Which I'm glad they didn't just ignore that.
Yep.
I'm
So
glad they brought that back.
We're going with that. The Slade episode following that, you learn more about Slade and his son's backstory. Slade needs Oliver's help, not Green Arrow, but Oliver's help to try to figure out where his son is. Finds out that this group known as the Jackals kidnapped him. Slade goes to their hideout, slaughters a bunch of them.
He goes pretty out. On
Yeah, but gets captured and finds out that his son wasn't kidnapped. His son's the leader of the Jackals.
that. Right.
They haven't said his name Jericho yet. I'm still waiting for that. But I knew it right off. I'm
Yeah.
like, they're not saying where his son is. His son is the leader of the Jackals. I am so excited for this next episode to see, will Slade join the Jackals? Or is he going to try to kill his son and consider Oliver more of a son than his own son?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm loving the return of Slade Wilson. He's just...
Well, Deathstroke was always an interesting character anyways.
Yeah. I just love the actor. I forget his name. Mene Bennett or something like that. I forget his name. But I've loved watching him in Shannara Chronicles he's in. He played a character in Spartacus on Stars. He's an amazing actor, and he does an amazing job as Slade Wilson Deathstroke. So
He does a good job, man. He's good. He's good.
but yeah, anything you'd like to add that you liked from Arrow?
You covered it, man. You covered it.
Okay. Anything else for Flowverse, or would you like to move on?
We got to move on, man.
Yeah.
We have a huge main event that's been skipped week after week
I
after
know.
week.
I'm
you
thinking
know?
TV talk. We'll save that for next week.
No, we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna fly through
Okay.
it right now.
What do you want to do for TV talk?
Rumor: Disney in talks to buy Fox Studios.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Not Fox News or Fox Sports, just the studio itself.
Yes.
That would mean Disney owns Marvel, Lucasfilms.
Yep.
They're gonna get back X-Men.
Yep. Because of the Fox.
They're gonna get back Fantastic Four. Plus, they'll have rights to the Aliens and Predator movies. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine what that would do for Disney? And Marvel
Amazing
Studios?
things. Amazing things. This is why everyone's saying they see in the future Disney buying Sony and getting Spider-Man back too.
Yeah. But right now, they don't need to because Sony allowed Spider-Man to come over anyway.
How long's that going to last?
Yeah, exactly. As long as Sony makes money off of it.
Exactly.
That's how long it'll
Everyone's
last.
excited though because of the whole X-Men and Fantastic Four situation.
I do agree that Hugh Jackman was a perfect cast for Wolverine. Mm-hmm. But if Disney do get their hands back on it, I would like to see what Marvel Studios would do.
Putting Wolverine in
character.
his yellow outfit.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I could say.
But I mean, I would like to see an Alien or a Predator movie under Disney.
I'm sick and tired of the Alien Predator things.
I am too, because it's not done right. Disney, when they take adult movies like that, they can do a good job with them. Which is a segue to what we just watched. Think about the pirate movies, Pirates of the Caribbean. They could have been crap. They're not great, you know? But Disney does take it to a darker level
Yeah.
for adult entertainment, you know?
Exactly.
So they could do some really cool stuff with Predator and Aliens and actually have a storyline that actually makes sense.
Okay.
They could. What are your thoughts about them doing that, all that stuff? What do you think?
I'm just excited because I don't mind the X-Men movies, but I think they could go better. And my thing with Fantastic Four is I just don't want them to make another one right now.
No.
We've had 3 different adaptations of Fantastic Four. Just drop
I
it
think-
and try something new.
I think if they do get the rights, they're not going to introduce a Fantastic Four movie because Marvel's like, we've already seen the story. We know how that happens. Mm-hmm. They'll just move them in.
If they do, don't do the whole backstory thing. Do a new villain kind of thing for
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic Four.
No, yeah, definitely.
Like with Spider-Man, for instance,
Yeah.
we didn't see any of that backstory,
Because
which
we know
made
the
it
backstory.
exactly, which made it so much better.
And that's
They just introduced a brand new villain that we haven't seen in any Spider-Man
And
movie.
that's the biggest difference between Marvel and DC. DC feels like they need to kill Thomas and Martha Wayne in front of us in every damn movie. You know, we don't need that. We know between Batman and Superman, biggest superheroes in DC. Everybody knows their backstory. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter anymore. You don't need to show that.
Yeah.
Peter Parker, we all know his backstory. You don't need to keep throwing it in our face. So I think if Disney does get Fox, you're going to see the Fantastic Four in a movie, but they're already existing there.
Yeah.
They're just going to come in and help. And I think what's going to happen, you're going to see a Avengers versus X-Men kind of deal.
Okay.
And that's when
neat.
Fantastic Four gets popped.
Yeah, like because in Spider-Man, all he really mentioned was, I was bit by a spider.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
You know? We don't need it. We don't need backstories.
I know, exactly.
With that said, Box Office Heroes,
Yeah.
November 10th through the 12th.
I have number 3, I had A Bad Mom's Christmas.
Okay.
Number 2, Daddy's Home 2. And obviously, the number 1 movie in the world right now is Thor Ragnarok.
All right. Numbers on Thor.
Right now, I am going to say 250 million.
Damn. You have high hope for that one. All right, so these numbers came in. I did them last night around 9 o'clock.
Okay.
So I didn't have any time today to get the numbers. Number 3, Murder on the Orient Express.
Whoop-de-doo.
That was supposed to be a really good movie.
I haven't
Really
even-
good movie.
I haven't even
Johnny
seen the
Depp's
trailer.
in that. It's supposed to be phenomenal. That's actually a really good cast.
I haven't even seen the trailer for it.
28 million. Daddy's Home 2, 30 million. Thor at 56.
Wow, that low. It's been out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait a minute, those numbers aren't the final weekend numbers. I got them last night
Okay.
before the final numbers came out. So I'm sure they're probably a few million higher than that, but probably nothing more than that.
Is it because Thor is really out of all the Marvel movies, Thor's have been the most disappointing? So maybe people thought Ragnarok would be disappointing?
No, I just think Thor was released at a bad time.
Okay.
I mean, or Murder on the Orient Express is supposed to be a really good movie. You have Daddy's Home 2. You have other great movies in the theater at this point in time. Mm-hmm. So I think it's just a bad time to release it.
All I know is, so you haven't seen Thor Ragnarok yet, but when you do, we'll finally get to talk about it.
Yep.
But I saw it. Out of all 3 Thor movies, it's number 1.
Yeah.
Like I said, you have to listen for the Easter eggs, the other mentions
Right.
of other Marvel movies.
Last episode I spoke of Shazam movie.
Yes.
With Zach Levi being Shazam, right? This week I'm going to quickly talk about Black Adam. Got a rumor about Black Adam. Mm-hmm. Dwayne Johnson's still on board with that project. We may see Black Adam a little earlier than we expected, where he's rumored to be the big bad villain for Suicide Squad 2. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts were when they talked about Suicide Squad 2 coming out, I was like, I could live without it. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. I enjoyed Suicide Squad, but there were a lot of... I didn't understand who really the villains were in it. The whole Enchantress thing made no sense.
Nope.
I don't even know who she was. I could live without that happening. I'd rather see Black Adam introduced somewhere else besides Suicide Squad.
Right.
Me personally, I thought the whole Suicide Squad, where they're going to go number 2, was Suicide Squad versus the Justice League.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah.
And they still might. This is just a small rumor that I heard.
Okay.
That Dwayne Johnson will be filming Black Adam soon to be the villain on Suicide Squad 2. Mm-hmm. Which would be kind of fun to see, you know? Will Smith and The Rock in the same movie.
That's asking for box office numbers right there.
That's exactly what that's asking for right there.
Maybe he shows up in the Deadshot movie instead.
Maybe.
So.
Maybe. I wanted to bring this earlier in the show, but I forgot to. We are starting our countdown, Andy. It's our 24 days away from Psych the Movie
Yes.
countdown.
Me watching wrestling, which is on the USA Network.
Yep.
They've been showing trailers for it and the countdown to it, so I'm very excited.
I can't wait.
All of us psychos are going to be coming out to watch the movie.
What you need to do when that movie hits TV, just pop on your phone and go to Facebook Messenger and film it, and I'll just watch it on my phone while you're watching it. That's probably the only way I'll get to watch it.
We'll see. But let's get back to the main event thing. We want to talk more about the DCEU.
Yes.
The DC Extended Universe. I'm going to pop out a couple movies here that we know are confirmed for the upcoming year.
Well, I have a whole list of the movies.
Okay, I have that, and I have ones that are that are in development and don't have release dates yet.
So my dates go from November 17th, 2017, all the way to
2020?
possibly 22.
Okay. You want me to do it or you?
Hey, you
Okay.
said you wanted to take
So we
the-
got 2017. We know Justice League's coming out 2017.
Yeah, Justice League
In a
Part
couple
1,
weeks.
November 17th.
Yeah. We've talked about it enough. I think. Do you want to talk a
Nope.
little bit more? Okay, we're good. 2018, we have Aquaman, aka Dr. Dolittle. What are your thoughts?
So the two I have in 2018, I think should have come out before Justice League.
Okay, see, I only have one for 2018, which was just Aquaman.
I have The Flash, March 16th, 2018.
Okay, yeah, I don't even
Director
know.
Seth Graham Smith. He's got directed Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. Make sure you saw that. No.
Oh yeah, Abraham Lincoln Vampire. Yes, I own
Yeah, it was kind of a crap movie.
it. Okay.
So I'm basing movies on the directors themselves, because I mean that's the way I work.
Yeah.
You know. And the casting, I don't see The Flash being a very decent movie.
See,
You know.
what I have is why I don't have the Flash is because I heard that they're rebranding it and renaming it. It's just going to be called Flashpoint, and they're going a whole new direction with it.
It could happen. Who knows? I mean, remember, I did this list like 3.
They might have to do it because everyone is downgrading. Is it Ezra Miller is his name as the Flash?
Yeah, Ezra Miller. Yeah,
Ezra Miller, yeah.
it's just terrible.
And I don't think anyone's even caring much for his character in the Justice League yet.
No.
because he's not really much of a superhero. He even portrays it in the trailers.
Well, the problem is that he doesn't even look anything like Barry Allen at all.
Yep.
I mean, if he's supposed to be Barry Allen,
Looks too young.
which I'm assuming they did call him Barry Allen in
Yes.
the trailer,
Yep.
looks nothing like Barry Allen at all. He might get away with a Wally West, but definitely not Barry Allen
Okay.
at all.
Yeah.
That's my biggest problem, is that the casting is terrible all around. Aquaman, I would have done a origin story first,
Which
where he wasn't so big and buff at first. Because if you think about Aquaman, he became big and buff after he lost his hand, right?
yeah.
Now he's all big and buff, he has both hands, and it's like, that wasn't
Because
Arthur Curry at all.
I know in Justice League we're gonna see more of the Aquaman characters, but in the movie, this is the thing: we don't know if they're origin stories or not. DC likes to do that, where all of a sudden it's not
Yeah.
all on the same timeline. Look at Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
That should have been the very first movie we did. So I don't know what we're getting with Aquaman. All I know is the Manta Ray is the villain, and we're gonna get more underwater
Black
characters.
Mantis is the villain?
Black Mantis, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. We're gonna get more of the Aquaman characters underwater. So
Right.
who knows where it's going? I also have then Shazam in 2019,
Yep, April 5th, 2019.
and
Zach Levi's playing Shazam, and David Sandberg is the director of film. He's the guy that did Lights Out and Annabelle.
okay, and
So
then
if you ever seen Annabelle at all, that's the kind of movie you're looking
Oh,
for
yeah.
in Shazam.
so dark and creepy.
Yeah.
And then I put WW2. I don't know. Oh, Wonder Woman 2 comes out in 2019.
Yes, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Last week there's a rumor that Gail Garnett might be leaving
Ooh,
because of a producer.
oh, I hate
So
that.
she proposed. She's like, "You get rid of the producer, I'll stay. If he stays, I'm gone."
I hope
I'm
they
gonna
get
try
rid
and
of
get
him.
that name right now for you, because
Alright.
now it's
Well, moving quickly.
Yep.
2020. I have Cyborg and Green Lantern Corp. My thing is, I want to ask you, are you excited for Cyborg? But I already know the answer because you said he looks too much robot and not enough human.
Yeah, he's too CGI'd.
Exactly.
too
And this,
CGI'd.
this, to me, I believe, is your favorite DC character is Cyborg.
Cyborg's awesome if it's done right.
And when you're going to be disappointed with this already, and we still have 3 years to go for it.
Not gonna lie, man. I've been disappointed with the DC universe already.
Yep. Well, so we had that. Let me just name off a couple other movies that I have that are in development, and I don't have time dates for them yet. They're all in alphabetical order. Batgirl, Batman, Flashpoint, Gotham City Sirens, Justice League Dark, Suicide Squad 2, a Black Adam film, a Deadshot film, Deathstroke film, the Harley Quinn Joker film, the Justice League 2 sequel, a Lobo film, and the Man of Steel sequel.
Where are you getting this stuff?
I have my sources.
And that's a lot. I mean, that's just those are different.
These are in
The problem
development
is,
and in
those
talks.
are definitely all rumors. Mm-hmm. They're all rumors.
That's what I'm saying. They're in
the Lobo
talk.
movie was rumored to come out like this year. That rumor came out like
But
2015.
my thought is these are undated, some are in development and some are in talks. Your thoughts? Do you want to see
half those movies now. I know.
exactly?
And just because they're in development, I hope they all do not get the green light. Because the movie can be in development all it wants to be.
Yeah.
It's until a studio green lights it. That's when it gets going. But I don't think they're gonna get a green light
Some
at
of
all.
some of these I've seen, like Justice League Dark, for instance. My thought is the only reason they are talking about it is because the DC animated universe has had such good luck.
Think about this.
And they just came out with that one.
Here are the movies that are actually going to come out, right? Justice League, The Flash, Aquaman, Shazam, Cyborg, Green Lantern. All those movies, not one of them has to do with Justice League Dark at all. Mm-hmm. The only one you could possibly maybe squeeze in there, would be Shazam. But that is stretching it.
Yeah, but in the DC animated, we never really talked much about Justice League Dark.
But
And then
the
all
DC
of a sudden, the movie popped out in animation.
But the DC animation ones, none of them storyline based. They're all independent movies. Mm-hmm. That's why they get away with it. When you have an independent movie, you know, DC, the extended universe, they're going to try to connect all these movies with either stretching or assuming that their viewers know what they're talking about.
We're saying that because, yes, that's how it's been the first 5-7 years in the DCEU. But they could pull off, you don't know, a Marvel somehow, and we're introducing the main Justice League people.
That
and
is
now,
adorable.
Just saying.
They're going to pull off a Marvel.
Saying, Marvel now is getting rid of Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, all them, the main Avengers that we've watched for the last decade, and now going towards these, can you say B-rated superheroes, Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, Black Panther.
Well, they're introducing them before we get rid of the main cast.
You might. Look at all these other movies you could introduce Justice League Dark into.
Where?
I'm not saying...
Who's in Justice League Dark?
Saying,
name one character in Justice League Dark.
Swamp Thing. And Constantine.
Now, there you go. Constantine is the main...
He's
the leader of the Justice League Dark.
Yeah,
okay?
I could see him showing up in a Batman movie.
You're stretching it, though. You're pushing so hard.
Because I still am hoping for high hopes. You have to agree with me that the DCEU has gotten better with each film.
Where?
Wonder Woman was amazing. You cannot...
Wonder Woman was a good movie. It was a good movie. But I'm watching a female Captain America the entire movie.
That's what she is.
Different. There's nothing different.
What is Wonder Woman?
I wanted to see something. I don't know.
You do realize the history of Wonder Woman, right?
It
came out. The comic came out at the same time as Captain America.
I know.
She is a female Captain America.
I know. It was just weird. I would have done a little different stuff with it. Just tweak it a little more to make it seem better. You know. I guess what I don't know. It's weird. I'm not saying I hated Wonder Woman. I enjoyed the movie a lot. It was a lot better than Batman vs Superman. I'll give you that. Mm-hmm. I mean, if the DC wanted to have the universe, they should have started off with Wonder Woman.
They should have.
They definitely should have.
And that's what I'm trying to say is
they definitely should have.
They might be learning from their mistakes because there's a lot of people out there that have criticized the first couple of them, and they've listened.
The problem I'm having is that it's too late for them to learn from their mistakes.
I don't think so.
It's like sticking your hand...
You've only made 4 movies?
It's like sticking your hand in a lawnmower and you chop your hand off. Oh, I learned my lesson from that.
Let me ask you. Thor 2, The Dark World.
Yeah?
The worst Marvel movie out of all of them.
I wouldn't agree with that.
No? What do you think's the worst?
I think Iron Man 2 is probably the worst.
Okay.
Or Iron Man 3.
Oh, right. Well...
I like Dark World.
Okay, there you go. You have Iron Man 2, 3, and Dark World. Dark World, a lot of people will admit, is one of the worst Marvel movies done. Has Marvel learned their lesson in all the other movies they've made after that? Wait till you see Ragnarok. Compared to Dark World, it blows it out of the water.
Yeah.
DC could be learning their lesson.
They could be.
Because in Wonder Woman, I'm sorry, but Wonder Woman... 95% of it made sense, and
I'm not saying it didn't make sense.
And followed Wonder Woman's origin.
Yeah, I'm not saying it didn't make sense. I guess what bothered me the most about it is Ares, the villain part. You know,
being an old guy.
No, not just being an old guy. He's conniving. You know.
Yeah.
And there wasn't enough of that in it. You know.
You did.
I wanted to see more.
Kind of was where he was.
And it's just, I don't know.
He was behind the scenes as like a spirit, kind of blowing the lab lady the formula for the new mustard gas, and being in the head of the Nazi general and all that stuff. He kind of was.
I'm just hoping if they take Wonder Woman and they use her movie as a foundation, I don't think Batman vs. Superman would have been such a crap movie, you know? I'm looking at, like, okay, I just saw Batman vs. Superman, this is crap. Now I'm going to watch Wonder Woman. It's like, it's kind of hard for me to transition from that kind of movie to what Wonder Woman is.
Yeah.
You know?
See, I'm not going to hold my breath for Justice League. It's coming out the same year as Wonder Woman. So it's already been filmed, Everything's set. So I'm not expecting that to be, oh my God, it's better than Wonder Woman.
Right.
But I'm not going to say that I'm going to hold the rest of the DCEU in the future to the same standards as the mistakes they made in definitely Man of Steel and mistakes they made in Dawn of Justice.
Right.
So I'm not going to judge them right now. If after Justice League, these next couple movies are crap,
So, I mean, you,
Then I can
personally, it
breathe.
sounds like you have high hopes for Justice.
I do. I'm excited for Justice League. The first trailer or two that they debuted, crap. I hated it. But lately I've been seeing a couple more trailers that I haven't seen that have made me kind of twist my head a little. The whole Flash thing, I agree with you. I am not a fan of it. Like, it's funny when he says, I don't know how to fight. How do you teach me how to fight? All I really do is push people and run away. That, to me, it was kind of funny the way he said it, but the Flash thing makes no sense. And yes, he doesn't look like a Barry Allen to me.
No.
A Barry Allen is more tall and slanky, kind of.
Grant Gustin-like?
Yeah,
What?
exactly.
Ooh.
Exactly. Exactly. So that I'm not. That's why I'm hoping with this whole, what I've heard is rebranding Flash. The reason they took the Flash movie, it was called The Flash. They took it off the timeline from when it was supposed to come out in 2019 or whatever, and pushed it back, and now it's being rebranded Flashpoint.
Do you think that they're going to kill off Barry Allen as being the Flash and add just Wally West into the upcoming...
Depends on how well fans react to him in Justice League.
I could see that. I could see that more.
Could you see that? Because if they're rebranding the movie Flashpoint?
Yeah. When did you read that?
This I read prior to our last taping.
Okay, so I got my information way before that.
Yep.
So that could be new news I haven't looked into yet. So if they're trying to rebrand, then yeah, I'm sure the testing for Flash was just terrible.
Because, like I said, you've mentioned it, I've mentioned it, I've heard other people mention it. The whole Flash character doesn't make any sense.
doesn't.
Everyone wanted Grant Gustin.
Yeah.
So, getting on, anything else you'd like to add? Any other movies or?
No, I mean, like, you did name them all. Cyborg comes out April 3rd, 2020. Unknown director so far on that one. Then you have, the unknown Batman project. Ben Affleck is up to directing that one as of right now.
Yep.
That could change. And then the Joker movie, the original, like an origin movie, I guess, the Joker, which is silly.
The Harley Quinn Joker thing it just makes no sense.
Yeah. There's two separate ones. There's like original, like an origin Joker movie only,
Okay.
and then there's a Joker and Harley movie, which, again, like you said, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's like DC's trying to get all their characters in a movie as fast as possible, while the superhero movie saga is still going on and hot.
Well, DC did jump into it very late. That's the
Yeah.
thing. With the last minute or so we have, my thing is just Justice League, Green Lantern Corp. Are you excited for this, or is it because we love so much the Ryan Reynolds version that this one's going to disappoint?
It depends on where they go. I mean, knowing them, they're definitely not going to go with Hal Jordan again.
No.
So you're going to look at Jon Stewart.
Yep.
Possibly.
But do we see maybe them do a cameo of the death of Hal Jordan? Because that's how Jon Stewart becomes Green Lantern, is after the death of Hal Jordan.
I don't know. I don't think they're going to do anything until CW makes their move with Green Lantern.
All right.
That's what I think's going to happen.
All right.
It seems like they watch CW.
Yep.
Oh, they're doing it right. Let's just mess up and do it wrong.
Okay.
I think that's I think they're going to wait until Green Lantern shows up in the CW before they do anything.
All right. Well, that's a great place to end. I loved the energy here that we had. I guess that's great.
I knew this wasn't going to be a good episode.
This was a great
it.
episode. So, like always, thanks for joining us on this episode of Legend of the Nerds. Don't forget, watch this episode and every other episode here on Channel 15. Don't forget, we also have our episodes on our YouTube and Facebook pages at Legend of the Nerds. Follow us on Twitter at KrillinMan, and join us next time on another episode of Legends of the Nerds. Stay nerdy.